I blame the parents. I'll tell you why. Very often the mother. They've sat at home when the children were small and criticized CFC. Oh, this thing is wrong with that elder, and this thing is wrong with that person, and this thing is wrong. The children grow up hearing this. And the second thing is, they see a strong wife who's correcting her husband and rebelling against her husband at home. If you're a wife who's always criticizing your husband, I can almost prophesy that your children will turn out rebellious, because it's an infection. It's like getting the chicken pox. Somebody in the house got it, so you got it. Somebody had tuberculosis in the house and kept breathing on you, you got the tuberculosis. And so, whenever I find a rebellious child, I ask the mother, where do you think this boy got it from? Is it from the attitude you had towards your husband? He got the infection of this rebellious, questioning, bossy attitude. You know, there are some wives, I know. There are some wives I know, even in CFC churches, who are the boss at home. God has not called them to be the head, but they are the head of the home. They despise their husbands because maybe they think the husbands are not as smart as I am. Boy, you know who I feel sorry for? Maybe those wives will one day go to hell, I don't know. But those children, the sad thing is they'll drag their children into hell with them in that spirit of rebellion. Now I'm pretty sure that Judas Iscariot didn't have a good mother. I don't know anything about her mother, but very often, because a mother spends a lot more time with the children than the father does. The father is also important. If you have a father who's a very strict father, then he can still do good. But very often, it's the parents who end up producing a child like this, like a Judas Iscariot. Train up a child in the way he should go. When he's old, what does it say? He will not depart from it. If it's the right way, he'll go that way. If it's the wrong way, he will not depart from the wrong way. That verse works both ways. Whichever way you train up the child, when he's old, he will not depart from it. So ask yourself. I'm not talking about people who just left CFC. I'm talking about people who rebel against the church and who hate the church and who want to have nothing to do with the church. So why does that happen? I'm not asking you to condemn yourself. For everything, there's a solution. Repentance, acknowledging your fault, saying, Lord, the fault is mine. Forgive me. There's forgiveness with God.